If you click this video because you've seen the title and the thumbnail of what it is I'm going to be talking about, then I would think you already know the situation that Faze Banks seems to be in right now. Now, if you're like other people on the other hand and you don't know what's going on, or you don't even know who Faze Banks is, let me go ahead and give you a brief summary. Ricky Bankston, also known as Faze Banks, started off his career early on in 2012, where he would be one of many trick shotters in Black Ops 2. Now, this is really where the start of Banks' online career would be, which would also be during a time where Banks wasn't in Faze just yet. Rather, instead, it would be quite the opposite, and Banks would end up becoming a competitor in the eyes of Faze, where he would become a leader in an online gaming clan, which main purpose served to be one of the better trick-shotting sniping clans on Call of Duty. And the name that this clan would end up calling themselves would be SOAR. Following a little bit of this, the next year or two, Banks would actually get recognized and even signed to the likes of Faze, where he would end up forming a group with all his OG Faze brethren, all being in one content house with the full purpose of growing Faze to even greater heights. Now that I caught you up and I kind of gave you the gist about where he came from and how he got into Faze in the first place, I'm gonna share what's been going on with him lately and the drama that he's been surfacing in. So not too long ago, Aiden Ross, who happens to be a very popular content creator and a very controversial streamer, presented on the internet on Twitter where he would want to set up a crypto stream exclusively with him and Faze Banks. Now, why Aiden would choose none other than the likes of Faze Banks to stream with and up his portfolio of cryptocurrency would kind of be no surprise. Seeing as though Aiden Ross is good friends with Banks, even times where he would call him brother in a couple of tweets that he shows on the internet, ultimately creating a distinction that Banks isn't just some other friend or counterpart that Aiden Ross has mixed with in the past. Someone that you can trust on a deeper level, typically, than somebody that you would just call a friend. And we know Banks is no stranger when it comes to crypto. Even in this interview with Bradley Martin, Banks would go on to express about how he feels about indulging in cryptocurrency, and even going as far as speaking on the importance of where he believes crypto could be in the near future, while also sharing that over the past couple years, he made the decision to start living with a couple of people he surrounded himself with that were also into crypto as well as him.
I don't know what it is about me. I've always felt the need to live with people that I work with.
That's fair.
And I live in Hollywood right now with, 4 or 5 crypto degenerates. And I spent a lot of time over the last, 3-4 years deep diving into this weird world, this weird crypto Web3 world, and, just building the network and figuring it out.
I'm a big fan of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I don't know if I think you have a lot of money in that. I have a lot of money in those too.
Good.
It feels great.
Good.
But
I think in 2024, anybody that's fortunate enough to be able to park their money anywhere should have, at minimum, I think it's irresponsible almost to not have at least 20% of your money in crypto.
What the hell did you just say?
Oh nah, see? Nah, we losing the plot. Now see, I'll be able to bypass what he said if he didn't make it known that it would almost be irresponsible for those that didn't do it. At least for particular people that have the money to spare financially. Regardless, my nigga, I don't care who you could have been talking about, especially not you. I'm not hearing it from you. I mean, surely this would have been like, whatever, if I wasn't doing a whole video on your failed coin to begin with. But nah, you tried it for sure. Now this would be all led up to a stream that Aiden Ross would have where it would be both him and Banks and a couple of his crypto buddies, where they would all kind of be named in one group referred to as the LA Vape Cabal. And the whole purpose of the stream even going on and Faze Banks and his buddies being there was intended for Aiden to gain more of a polished profile in cryptocurrency, helping him make what it seems to be easy money, quote unquote, which is actually pretty crazy to me that this would be the alternative easy money for these guys, especially Aiden in his case. Like, we talking to making $1 million in a month from this dude. Not even a month. It's like, what, 25 days? 26?
Chat, W's in the chat. My first time I hit a
W's
million.
in the strat for 1.1 M's. 1.1 M's.
Come on now. Come on now. Okay. So, call that I think that's a 36-hour VOD. I made about 180K. 180K, chat. 180K. Plus, I still have this one to go.
You printing this shit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do more events. Because I just made this in my sleep. In my sleep. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Holy vey. Oh fuck, that was really close to me. Yeah, I know.
Like, it's really not finna get much better than this, bro. Unless you one of them ones, it's just not happening. But this whole thing would be a complete 180 to originally what was thought to be the idea of why they were even there. No. What Banks and the rest of his guys decided to do was promote a meme coin, their MLG coin, which if you're like me or anybody else that is skeptical of any type of cryptocurrency, at least that's published online with content creators, you just know it's a scam. No different from Debo coming to run your pockets and snatching your chain. Inevitable. But for a lot of people that's willing to make easy money, it's something that they're just willing to open up their wallet for with no hesitations, regardless of the risk that may come with it. And in this very situation, that risk was very, very glaring. I mean, at that point, it's no longer a risk, it's a guarantee. Because even when Aiden expressed how much money he's been down, almost immediately when he invested into this MLG coin that they got, there was laughs and funny remarks from a couple of the dudes that was in the room with him. The same dudes who were originally supposed to help this man to begin with. Instead, they couldn't make it more obvious of what it was that they were trying to do.
Why am I down money?
Because people are using you to sell. People are using your buy as like a spot to sell.
I'm down 12 grand.
It's okay.
It'll go up.
People have been expecting this moment all day because again we're retarded. So a lot of people bought MLG probably today, expecting you were going to buy it and using the event of you buying it to sell it. But it's fine. Again, this is something that we're all positioned in for good reasons. There's a lot of reasons to be excited about.
I mean, it's clear they purposely wanted to set this whole thing up in front of Aiden's audience. You know, make it sound cute, put up the whole graph, make it look legit. And then when they see how much money that the people bought in, they buy out. I mean, it's crazy because they know in the back of their heads, they got this nigga.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And what makes it worse, they're the top dogs of this coin. They're not like in the inner circles to where they're not very prevalent of what's going on. Aiden, come on, bro. First Cardi, then a group of niggas that refer to themselves as LA Vape Cabal.
Hey, bro, come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
Bro, you couldn't be any more free. Your pockets literally just wide the hell open. I'm talking straight out the drive-thru, ding it in the bag to make sure I got all the condiments with my order. I mean, they had this man out on the island. Coach ain't even bother to call the timeout.
Barbecue chicken alert! Barbecue chicken alert!
And really, I can't even feel too bad for Aiden because there's no way in this world he can be that slow. At least not with the way that he's been moving, being a multi-million-dollar figure for over the past years, having steak deals, throwing away a whole bunch of load of money, not even at the expense of your own pockets. And even in this situation, the money that he put in, man, that's nothing to him. That's chump change. Like, that's not even a fraction of what he's willing to even care about. So really, that's not even the biggest uproar from Aiden or what's so damaging about this whole thing. But what is damaging is the trust between your fans, your supporters, the people that would take it there with other communities on the internet just for the sole protection of yourself, and even supporting these guys by just doing just about anything. And while I will say I don't personally think Aiden was behind the idea of rugging this whole MLG thing with Banks and his other homeboys just for only momentarily benefiting in money that you get, but it cuts the losses of a whole bunch of people that support you and F with you. No, I don't think Aiden would be willing to do that, considering how much money that he has to his name over the past couple of years and the trust and how he's been dealing with his community within that time frame too. But I would certainly not put it past this guy.
You're goddamn right.
I mean, even after the whole situation that went down, you see screenshots of what seems to be Banks throwing Aiden under the bus for the whole situation of the MLG thing plummeting, or he even blames Aiden for rugging the launch of his coin that he promoted on his stream, by the way, in the first place, when Aiden didn't even realize that was the full intended purpose of why they were even there. I mean, that's just some dickhead shit, bro. I mean, let's go with the idea that Aiden did rug it, right? Aiden was solely responsible for just completely dumping and just effing over his fans. There's just no self-accountability from Banks. It's just like he has no hand to play in all of this. And this is the perfect example of somebody trying to save face. This mess is all over the place. Anyway, listen, if you care about investing any of your money into these online currencies, regardless of how good it may look, regardless of whoever it is to blame for rugging a coin that you personally invested in, you gotta be willing to hold yourself accountable for doing such things. Because at the end of the day, nobody is forcing you to invest or put in full stock into these guys' coins, especially not those that have such big followings, or any followings for that matter. Go about doing so without the backing of somebody else pushing it in front of your face. So please be mindful and be better with how you're choosing to throw away your money.